Now, here's a very quick and entertaining one about a guy who recently told his pregnant fiancée that he wants a prenup, and she lost her mind. I mean, the way she reacted takes craziness to a whole new level. And you're going to see he has multiple good reasons to want a prenup with her, and also this guy doesn't have a clue about women. Title: My pregnant fiancé is refusing to sign a prenup and has given me an ultimatum. How do these ultimatums usually work out, guys? He says, okay, to start off, this entire story is going to sound like one of those TV shows where the wife is crying over the man asking for a prenup, because it quite literally is the same exact thing. Dude, it is not the same exact thing. It's to a whole new level. My fiancée, she's 33 years old, and I met right before COVID in January 2020. He's 38, by the way, and have been moving quite quickly ever since. I was really shocked by how quickly she wanted to move, because around the 5th encounter with each other, we were already discussing kids and marriage. Smack! Are you freaking crazy? 5th date and you're talking about kids and marriage? I met her parents by the end of that month and met her kids for the first time. I went over to her place. So she's a single MOM. And by the way, he says here, right now in the moment, she's 33 years old. They met 3 years ago. She was 30 years old. What happens when women can be around 30 years old? They are dying to get that ring on their finger, to move things forward. And she's a single MOM. But that's not it. This guy has money. We got engaged last year in May. Smack. After 2 years of knowing her, rushing into things, you moron. And I've been planning a wedding for the end of August, where her parents will still be in the U.S. She is one of the most beautiful women I've ever laid eyes on. That's a problem. Can't you find a single one that doesn't have kids? That's a beautiful one you laid eyes on. And has the most amazing personality and is so caring for her children. She would quite literally do anything for them. However, she cheated on me 1 year into our relationship back in 2021. This is the same gal who's so beautiful and so amazing and amazing personality, will do anything for her kids, and that's what he thinks that she would do for anything for his kids and him. You're still with her, she cheated, you're out of your fucking mind. You should have walked away. But instead he believed her bullshit. It says here, we met on a dating app, and she apparently still had that dating app on her phone whilst we were still in a relationship, and continued to match with guys and go out on dates. So you think you're in a relationship and she's matching with guys and going out on dates. Does this sound like marriage material to you? Though you guys may call me stupid for staying with her, because you are, we worked things out and she generally appeared sorry for her actions, so I let it go. Smack! No, she just bullshitted you, and she used her beauty to get past your common sense. We found out that she was pregnant in April and have been extremely excited. I wouldn't be excited. I'd be shitting a brick. I'd be paternity test, because remember, she was dating other dudes while you were still together. You thought you were in a relationship, and this is the guy that pushed the relation, rushed into things. And you stayed with her. She cheated on you. DNA test. You don't know if kid's yours or not. This puts me in an even worse spot. Now, for some context on why I want a prenup. I own a trucking company that generates around $8 to $10 million in revenue per year. We have really big house and 2 lake homes and vacation homes. I have a few sports cars, and above all, I have a lot of money in investables and other value-bringing accounts. I need to protect my business and my assets regardless of how much I trust and love her. Trust and love her? You're nuts, dude. Why do you think she rushed into the relationship with you? You have all these assets. She obviously did her homework. She doesn't want to mess that up. I asked her for a prenup once June hit, and she went absolutely ballistic. Now imagine what you see women do on TV when asked for a prenup, but multiply it by 10. Listen to this. She broke TVs, broke light fixtures, threw expensive lamps on the floor, ruined our bed frame, started shouting very vulgar things to me whilst my children were there, threatened to key my very expensive cars, and hid my house keys so that when I left for work, I wouldn't be able to get in. Oh yeah, she's a great one to marry. I want to point out she's doing all this bullshit while the kids are around. Does this sound like someone that you want watching over your children? Are you out of your goddamn mind? The way she's I wonder if she's Latina, the way she's freaking out there. No offense to the Latinas, but we all know that the Latina gals tend to get fired up about some, but not, this is to a whole new level. I'm thinking she's freaking out here because she knows this guy has a reason and she's hiding something. You can't trust her. She gave me the ultimatum that it's either we marry with no strings attached, or this isn't a real marriage and I don't love her and trust her. Why would you trust her? She's giving you no reason to trust her. And then right here, the way she's freaked out tells you everything you need to know. It's been almost a month since then. She has mostly calmed down. Oh, so she's not breaking the TV sets anymore. She's just yelling at you. She's still refusing to sign the prenup for the reason that prenups are for people planning to divorce. That if you really love me, you wouldn't do this to us, or you don't trust me over what happened 2 years ago, referring to the cheating. And frankly, yeah, I don't. If you can't trust her, then why are you marrying her, dude? Are you that desperate? You're a multimillionaire. You have all these things, and you have children. You're going to risk that for some broad? You can get other girls. I just don't see how much of a bond. I don't see much of a bond my children have made with her, and I just see how much of a bond they've made with her, and have fallen in love with someone who I thought could fill the role of a mother figure for my children. You mean the wicked stepmother? I really want to marry her. Smack. And call her my wife, but I don't know what to do with this prenup. Do I just say F it and not get one? I trust her enough, but still don't want to ruin my children's life by making them risk losing their future. Any advice would be awesome. And he also says, I never explicitly told her I wanted a prenup before asking her to marry me, but I made my intentions very clear based on my past marriage. He's already been married. And I've told her many times I don't play around with money, and my kids' financial future are very important to me to protect. Well, you want advice? I'm going to give it to you, and you're not going to like it. You're a fucking moron if you stay with her. She is out of control. She rushed things into the relationship because she probably knew that you had money and resources, and the fact that she's 30 years old and a single MOM, wanting you to take care of her kids and her. She cheated on you after 1 year of being together when you probably weren't at all seeing other women, keeping the dating apps on her phone. Probably just, she got you, the guy with the money and the resources that can provide for her and her kids. And also, but could probably still have fun with the bad boys, Chad and Tyrone, both worlds. You can't trust someone like that, okay? And you can't just think about yourself. Think about your kids. And the way she flew off the handle there, breaking the TVs, light fixtures, throwing dishes, threatening to key her, all these other things, and in front of the children. That is not someone to have raising your children. You got to be out of your mind. I mean, it's better you're just with your own kids. You risking their future. If you're not thinking about you, think about the kids. And how about your businesses or business? You're going to jeopardize your business for her. Do you have partners that have a stake in it that will be impacted if she gets a piece of it if you divorce, and you will divorce? Do you have investors? How about your employees? I mean, it goes on, and it will jeopardize your kids' financial future. She showed her hand a year into the relationship. I mean, I would have picked up on the red flags immediately, her rushing things, but her cheating should be done deal. But now she's doing this. Dude, run. Don't walk, run as fast as you can. But here's the thing I forgot to mention. She's pregnant, which tells me that was like an extra insurance policy to make sure this guy commits. So the first thing you should do is a paternity test. Make sure that kid is his. Given her track record of cheating and all that, it very well could be somebody else's. And if that kid is in fact his, and I would do 2 tests, I might add, and she'll be screaming about it, but who cares? If that is his kid, then he's going to obviously have to support that child, which he certainly should, and split custody and all that. But do not marry her. It will be a disaster. But a lot of these guys have to learn the hard way, and this is why I do what I do. I wish him luck.